Much for staying with us. This is your election headquarters, and you are live here from the forecourt of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. A short while ago, I just noticed that the Deputy Commissioner of the Electoral Commission, Dr. Bosman Asari, just arrived, and we're delighted that he could join us. We also have Parliament represented here today. The Speaker of Parliament has sent a very strong personality to represent them. It's your good friend of yours. Who is he?
That's Kofi Atto.
Yes.
Kofi Atto, former member of Parliament for Ho Central, former Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, former Vice Chairman. I don't know whether he still is. He's not. Former Vice Chairman of the NDC is here. So he's no longer Vice Chairman of the NDC. So former Vice Chairman of the NDC. He's here representing the Speaker.
The Speaker, so he's representing Parliament, and so you want to stay with us. We're going to hear from them. That's how we'll end, actually. We'll end with the Electoral Commission and hear from Parliament as we wrap up here on the day when we launch the election headquarters.
But Evans, before we continue, let me just indicate that you can join us with your social media messages. Social media messages here brought to us by EcoBank, A Better Way, A Better Africa, and Provident Insurance. With Provident Man, you are covered.
And indeed, Provident Man, you are covered. Every day, people face different emergencies, police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here is one you would want to remember. Is star 770 hash. Yes, star 770 hash is the new EcoBank Money emergency number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime, data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial star 770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And
you can now get your vehicle insured anywhere, anytime with Providence or Baya on WhatsApp. She works around the clock, so you don't have to worry about closing times. I mean, babya. Buy, renew, file claims for your vehicle. Babya. All you have to do is chat or buy on 0242 426 396 and let her help you. It's quick, convenient, reliable, and saves you time so you can do more in your day. Chat or buy and get your vehicle insured now on Provident Insurance. So test your buyer, babya, with Provident Man, you're covered. And the Business Minute, normally brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
Okay, and talking about that, we also have Anointed Engineering Services Limited. They are into sales of ultra-silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and we undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators as well. We also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds of various generators, and also do generator rentals. I need them actually to come and fix my generator for me, because in the last few days, Winston, have you noticed the lights keep going off at a particular time and come back at a particular? That's a conversation we need to have. Now, that's why I'm going to be calling Anointed Engineering Services right from here. They have branches nationwide. You can locate our latest branches in Amrahia. That's the Frames Oil on the main Adenta Dodowa Road, East Legon, Lagos Avenue Road, opposite the Tom Rick Hotel, the Tema General Hospital Road and Community 9, just after the overhead Kaswa, off the Weja Kaswa Road near the Sima Cement Depot, and at Odoko, where we have our head office, number 77, Anointed House off the Odoko Malam Road. Accra hotline is 024-3480-334.
And are you a salaried worker in need of financial support before your next paycheck? You need funds to solve urgent financial needs. Access up to 400,000 with CBG's salary-backed loan products at competitive interest rates. Acquire that at plans you've been dreaming about. Settle your overdue rent, complete that project at home, and do more with our salary-backed loans. Visit any of our 114 branches nationwide and explore a variety of salary-backed loan products, including salary advance, payday loan, Dream Life personal overdraft, controller, and PESA term loans, all with flexible repayment conditions. For further inquiries, call us on 0302 216 000. Email us, talk to us at cbg.com.gh, or visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
And joining us for a conversation now, the two main political parties. Mustafa Gbande is with the NDC. He's the Deputy General Secretary there. With us also is Haruna Mohammed, who is the Deputy General Secretary for the NPP. And gentlemen, before we even start the conversation about the election headquarters and what to expect this year from the parties, we need a pledge from you. I want to start with the Governor New Patriotic Party. Give us a pledge for peace and to also run a campaign of decency that only leads to the key issues being articulated and discussed and people going to vote and coming back home safely without us talking about lives lost? I want a pledge from you. What's the pledge on behalf of your party?
Thank you very much, Evans. First and foremost, I would like to say good morning to the cherished viewers out there and my good brother, Mustafa Bandi, from the NDC. We in the NPP has always been the beacon of democracy in Ghana, and we have always championed the cause of peace and making sure that the Ghanaian citizens get what they want. And that is why our motto is development in freedom. You can't develop in freedom when there is no peace. And I believe that the New Patriotic Party, we will continue to ensure that the peaceful elections in Ghana will be assured, and we will contribute our quota to ensure that there is peace before, peace during, and peace after the elections. I am happy that we are sitting here today and we are going to pledge our peaceful coexistence to ensure that there is peace after these elections. And I would have wished that my colleague would have gone ahead to do it before me. Before then, you know, he had called for the NDC people to go to the polls.
All I want from you to do...
Yes, so I have to premise that because every message has a foundation.
We'll come to the discussion.
Every message has a foundation.
The commitment for peace is important.
Yeah, I want to.
Once you've done that, I
want to firm
your commitment. Your commitment, Haruna. Your commitment. Your commitment for peace. We'll come.
With all sincerity, you know.
I don't want any other thing to come in between your commitment for peace and the discussion you're going to have. So this is what I want to do for me. This is what I want to do for me instead. Before we wrap up and come to him for his commitment, mention your name and say, I commit to peace. Because we want to hold you and your party commit to peace. Just say
all
that.
Right. So I will say that. But before I just say that, you know, I would not go to the polls with cutlass. I won't go there.
I hear you.
And as a result of that, I, the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, will uphold peaceful coexistence, peaceful elections to ensure there is peaceful governance after victory for the 2024 general elections. Yeah. The NPP pledges to ensure that there is peaceful. We'll contribute our quota to peaceful elections and contribute our quota to peaceful coexistence.
Mustafa, commitment.
Thank you very much, Evans. The NDC...
I was trying to stop him from going there, so go straight to the
NDC have always been part of the institutions that have championed peace and stability for this country. And the NDC is a rallying point for the poor people, the relegated in our society. But we have actually been with the people. And governance is about managing people, putting food on the table of Ghanaians, relieving Ghanaians of hardship and burdens. It's about survival. This is our country, and we must live in it peacefully. And so you cannot have so without peace. On behalf of the General Secretary of the NDC, Honorable Fifi Javi Kote, on behalf of the National Chairman, Johnson Asedun Ketia, and our flag bearer, who is going to be sworn in as president, the NDC represent peace. We stand for peace. We will be the stakeholders to champion peace into the 2025 election. I was very sad when I saw Bosman Asari. I mean, being...
No. I made the same point to him. No. So now I want you to mention your name and say, and on behalf of your party, you commit for peace.
My name is Mustafa Bandi, the chief bodyguard of the General Secretary of the NDC, Honorable Fifi Javi Kote, as his deputy. I stand for peace before, during, and after 2024 election. We also want to use this opportunity to call on the media, the security agencies, the Electoral Commission, and all other major stakeholders of the NDC, of this election, to put Ghana first. It's about Ghana, it's about the people of Ghana, it's about the governance of Ghana, it's about the progress of the people, it's about the rest of the people. Once we are all guided by that principle, then totality, we are speaking out of the same voice.
Okay, Wilson?
Well, so let me just start off and find out from them. And I'd like to start off with you now, Mustafa Bande. So let's look at 2024. And as we look at 2024 elections, before even you come to tell us what you expect of us, what is the NDC's preparation going into this election?
The NDC is prepared to champion an issue-based campaign. Because, mind you, the coming back of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is about infrastructure drive. It's about complementing that infrastructure drive with livelihood events, relieving the ordinary. So it's issue-based. It's going to be strictly about the standard of living of the people. It's going to be what our current state is and what the future holds in the hands of the NDC. It's about what our brothers, what opportunity they've had, and what they have turned that opportunity into, and what we will do differently. I mean, basic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama says, in a Greek, I would have, in the northern sector, every constituency would have agri service centers. We'll have 15 tractors, including other farm implements, put in every constituency. My brother and his president says, one district, one factory, one village, one dam. They didn't do it. Can we do it as the NDC? Yes, because if you look at a track record of promises made by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for which he's fulfilled, the basic ones that were made by President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and of course, never did it, but said they have done it. One example is the issue of the one village, one dam. We all know that they never constructed anything. They took loans, they virtually
They never constructed any dam, you're saying?
They never constructed a dam.
They constructed dams.
That is not a dam.
How do you call it?
That is money shared for party cronies to go and dig that
What
out.
you saw, how do you call it?
Is it functioning? If you
But I'm asking you what you saw, how do you call it?
dugouts, Ghanaians' money had been used to construct dugouts. No person will allow his business to be run like that. My brother will not allow his business to be run like that. President Akufo-Addo will not allow his business to be run like that. And certainly, we should not use money belonging to the state to, into some of these ventures.
Okay.
It's about life. As we speak, if you look around your surroundings, you still see the KIAs. The vice president promised that when he is made a vice president and when he comes to power, they were going to make sure that the KIA thing is over.
I'll get back to you. Let me get to Haruna. Haruna, what's your preparation at the NPP?
Winston, we in the NPP are fully prepared for election 2024. You saw the processes that we have started. Where we are today, we have been able to get all leaderships from the constituency level, that is the polling station, electoral area, to constituency level. We moved on to have our leadership at the regional level, then to the national level. From there, we went ahead to elect the flag bearer of our party. Then we went in to also elect our representatives who will be standing on the ticket of the new patriotic party for the December parliamentary elections. From there, we had our flag bearer went on to deliver a bold vision that has engendered a lot of discussions that we are moving into the political landscape.
That tells you,
Mustafa, hold on.
That tells you
how. Allow him to finish.
That is how the MPP is prepared, because Dr. Bawumia, in his victory speech, was clear in his mind that he's going to be a man on his own. And going into the elections, we don't take Ghanaians for the joke. And that is why, clearly, we are not seeking for honeymoon, and we are presenting the vision of the new patriotic party, the vision of His Excellency, the Vice President and the incoming President of the Republic, through the powers of the people of Ghana. So it is very clear. Today, there will be a decision to determine who will be the forces on the campaign, and that tells you that the final stage will be crowned by presenting to you the running mate. And that is how prepared the New Patriotic Party is. We are not just interested in governing, but we are interested in creating an impact on the minds and the floor of the people of Ghana.
You keep talking about the presidential candidate, the vice president will be his own man, he's committed to being his own man. Why is the NPP insisting on Bawumia being his own man? What is it that Akufo-Addo has done that the NPP is running away from?
Bawumia has not run away from anything that Akufo-Addo has done. Bawumia has been very bold and very sincere to the good people of Ghana that when you are going for a job interview, and clearly if you are seeking to become president of the Republic of Ghana, it is a job that you're seeking the people to use their thumb through a democratic process to give you the chance to govern. The two of them, one has gotten that opportunity before. The other one never got the opportunity to insist. The other one had the opportunity and blew that away. He's coming back to seek for an opportunity he had before. One has never had that. One only has the opportunity to assist His Excellency the President. So the other one, in his bid as having the constitutional mandate to govern, had to appoint 3 wise men to advise him as to what he has to do. He indicated in his own book, My First Coup d'etat, and he said, as a young man riding bicycle down the lane, he could not take a decision on his own as a young man. Eventually, when he became president, he had to appoint 3 wise men to advise him. So His Excellency the Vice President has enumerated what he did as Vice President. As Vice President, vis-a-vis what John Mahama did as Vice President. I give you one. When His Excellency, Professor Mills gave him the opportunity to lead in the discussions of the Embraer and the Airbus issue, he had to set a committee to be able to investigate him. When the Vice President was given the opportunity to renegotiate the cost on mobile money interoperability, he took it. The budget that the NDC wanted to implement was $1.2 billion. He took it to $4.5 million. These are the 2 gentlemen we are talking about. Cost-saving president, and then a bloated and a government official one. These are the 2 things we are looking out as people of Ghana, and these 2 gentlemen are very paramount to our implementation.
With the greatest of respect, I would have thought that his best bet of having been prepared for election 2024 would be on the achievement of the government. I can tell you that the 73-page document prepared by the Vice President, the sitting Vice President, who is the leader, the flag bearer of the NPP, was full of lies. And if a Vice President can lie,
what were the lies?
On arrival, he says he's built toilets all over the place. Do you have toilets in your community? That is one. There are lots. Lies. Full of lies. Full of lies. But we are saying, even today, the meeting they are going with their president, all the appointees under His Excellency Akufo-Addo have lost credibility. The NPP is in town shopping for running candidates to partner Dr. Bambu. Because they have a running mate. They believe that they have run out of credibility to go before the people of this country and say, give us mandate again. I'm just telling you, right in your faces. The Kayas are still here, right in your faces, planting for food and jobs. There's nowhere to be found. They have not shown us a single farm. No single farm. They have said that...
We've not seen any beneficiary.
We haven't seen any farm. They said they have built...
They said they were going to support farmers.
Not
as if they were going to build a farm.
We are given promises. We are holding them to their current manifestation. And I'm saying that let the NPP show us a single farm. They said they have built 1 village, 1 dam. Show us where the dams are. They are scratching their head. They have built 1 district, 1 factories. Show us the factories. They are scratching their head. They are pointing us to B5. NPP cannot say that B5 is not under their policy of 1 district, 1 factory. But you and I know that B5 was established in 2022. So when did it become part of 1 district, 1 factory? So clearly, a team of people who believe that they must be deceptive, a team of people who will take for granted all Ghanaians and our circumstances we find ourselves. The reality and the real economy is that teachers are suffering. The reality and the real situation is that nurses are suffering, farmers are suffering, families are suffering, workers who pay 30% of their salary in taxes are suffering because of corruption.
Well,
corruption in this government.
And I know,
corruption by the appointees.
If we leave the two of you, we'll go at this until evening. But we don't have much time.
I'm happy for one program that you'll be doing,
which is what?
Which is part of this, the purpose of which we are here, which is fact checking.
Fact checking, yeah.
You see, if you go and do the fact checking, you realize that Dr. Bawumia has never made a single promise that will be aligned to what he's talking about.
But all the promises made by President Akufo-Addo came from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Every single promise of President Akufo-Addo came from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
I have a maximum of 3 minutes to wrap up. Get one to wrap up on this. You get one to wrap up, and then we'll ask one last question and we'll wrap up. Yours, what do you want to say? Wrap up on this. Because I know when I leave you, I didn't give you time to wrap up. So
he's talking about farms that they can't see a single farm. The NPP did not say that the NPP is coming to construct or develop farms. The NPP said it's going to support farmers.
So that's the clarity.
It's going to support farmers. And it is evident enough in terms of the growth in agriculture.
As I said, 1 minute, you've done it. Mustafa, 1 minute to wrap up on
They have supported farmers. Cocoa industry is collapsed. Today, as we speak, Burkina is stopping its people from bringing maize into our country. Very soon, there will be hunger strike in this country.
Mustafa, thank you.
Because we have a group of people who
very quickly.
We are working, but they are not working.
Very quickly, Haruna, today's meeting, give us expectations. What do we expect out of that meeting? What's an agenda?
For today's meeting, the agenda will be made known at the meeting. It's going to be 2 steps of meetings. That is the National Executive Committee meeting and the National Council of our party. This is where we have an expanded body. That is the second highest decision-making body of the party. After today's meeting, there will be a big announcement that the good people of Ghana will hear.
Today, the announcement will come today.
There will be an announcement.
Is it the adoring of your...
It's going to be a big announcement.
The adoring of your campaign
shopping
team.
For running mate.
I'll come to Muta. Is that the adoring of your campaign team?
There will be an announcement after our meeting today. And you know, you are asking me of an expectation. And I'm telling the people of Ghana to be ready. There will be a big announcement.
Will Bawumia outdoor his running mate today?
When the constitution is right at the right time, Dr. Bawumia will announce the running mate to himself.
Would it be today?
Dr. Bawumia, when the constitution is right at the right time.
Today?
I am saying that Dr. Bawumia, when the constitution is right at the right time.
So he will not do it today?
I am saying when it is right at the right time,
he will do it.
Dr. Bawumia will do it.
Can I confirm, will you be talking about in these meetings? One, the campaign, would you be presenting the team to the executive committee?
Probably it could be part of the discussions that is going to be made, and I know that decisions will be taken and announcements will be done. You know, we did parliamentary elections. After the parliamentary elections, we have not had our NEC meeting. The last NEC meeting was on the 17th of January. We had our elections on 27th. We need to report all these matters before NEC, and decisions will be taken on them. There are other matters that we'll be looking at. So tentatively, these matters will be tabled before the National Executive Committee, which will be adopted as an agenda and be discussed at the meeting. And I believe that the media, as you have always been around, will take home a very big event. An announcement will be made.
Announcement will be made. Would he be presenting his choice of running mate to the National Executive and National Council today too? For today's discussion, I can't tell whether it is on the table, but I know that there will be a big announcement. Okay, thank you very much. And Mustafa, quickly, walk us through your own structure. When are you formally launching your campaign, though?
Yeah, before I get that, we have stated that it's on the record that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not a man of himself.
We moved on from that. Mustafa, have a minute to wrap up.
Okay.
When are you launching your campaign?
Soon, because we just finished with our parliamentary elections. The flag bearer, as part of our strategy, is soliciting and consulting Ghanaians about their problems and how you have been talking about social contract, where our manifesto becomes a social contract achievable with the people of Ghana all involved. So we are currently paying more attention to that. The General Secretary of my party, my boss, will be launching our NEC committees later this afternoon. And then after the committees have been launched, Then we'll tentatively firm up what our manifestos are, and then from there, a running mate will be announced, and then campaigns will start.
Okay.
But I must end by saying that President Mahama is the leader and final leader of our party. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a relaunch of Nanado's third term bid for president.
Mustafa,
I want my brother to be saying that.
I want to say
you shouldn't come and sit here and say the man is on his
I want to say a big thank you
when
to
the
Mustafa
president is going to sit down to choose his platform.
major announcement today.
Thank you.
They are shopping outside for
It's not the relaunch. Yours is the other relaunch. Who failed abysmally in 2016?
And we are live from the AMA forecourt.
You finished in May.